If you want more FIFA content from me, I'm now uploading exclusive videos to Patreon. The link for that is down below. And if you want to avoid the random lottery that is FIFA points, you can go straight to the source with u7buy.com. And of course, you can use the code TVM at checkout to get yourself a discount. What is going on, guys? TVM here. Welcome back to a Team of the Week review. And for the first time ever, although I am taking this one with a pinch of salt, I have guessed every single player correctly. It's done. I wanted to do that ever since the beginning of Team of the Week predictions, and it's taken me 3 years, but finally I haven't got one single one wrong. Now, that does sound impressive, but it's not really that impressive. When you go through it and you weigh up the options that they had, they only really had two teams they could choose from without either choosing a team that included a player that they've included recently in Team of the Week moments, and maybe excluding that player, or including a player that was available in for birthday. And then, of course, possibly excluding him or including him, because why not? So they only really had two options. This is Team of the Week 30 from FIFA 19. This one hits a lot of decent boxes, actually. You've got Heung-min Son in there, which I know a lot of people are going to want. He's going to be very expensive. Jamie Vardy is going to be relatively expensive. I say that. He's actually got a Player of the Month card, which I would assume isn't as good as this Team of the Week moments, but still, he has a headliner. That's the card that's going to be the most expensive. And then, of course, Robert Lewandowski will be relatively expensive. He has a headliner as well. That will be the card that is the most expensive. Ilicic has a headliner as well, incidentally, but I can't imagine that card's going to be expensive just purely because he's not meta, not good enough. I mean, if you're an Atalanta fan, you're going to be loving it, right? But yeah, a lot of people will look at that and go, oh, he's crap, he's not good enough, he's too this, he's too that, he's not this, he's not that. So yeah, it is what it is. Nice little Talisca card in there. Shame it's a right mid. Unfortunately, what they've decided to do, I say unfortunately, in certain circumstances, it's actually not that bad that they've done it. But on this occasion, they've obviously taken the positions from FIFA 19. And Talisca's Team of the Week card back then was a right mid. So it does kind of put a little fly in the ointment. But still usable. You can switch positions in game. Sarabia has a ones to watch. People who held that card for so long finally possibly even getting rewarded. But again, he's a right mid with even less pace than Talisca. So a lot of people will be miffed about that as well. The frustrating thing about this is that there are only really three desirable cards there. Ilicic would be the fourth if you included him purely for rating. But in terms of cards you'd like to pack, I would assume Heung-min Son is the one you'd want the most. Then Robert Lewandowski. Then Jamie Vardy. Now, Jamie Vardy's price, I mean, I don't know what. Of course, his headliner card, like I said, is going to be the one you want. But, you know, he does have an 87 Player of the Month card. So if you've got that, you've basically got the inform, more or less. So this right now is between, well, he's literally two for 250,000 coins, right? So you can pick up the headliner for 250. The Player of the Month, back when it was released, was 22,000 coins. If you did this, I did, then you're laughing because you've just got, I mean, we are in April. We are 8th of April. And that card was 22,000 coins. Hang on, 2 seconds. Let me find out. On the 8th of November, that card cost you 23k then, right? And now we're on the 8th of April. And it's the same card that has just been released. And I would assume that this one is going to be a lot more expensive than that Player of the Month card would have cost you. Granted, he is actually, he's better and worse in some areas. So the brand new Team of the Week moment has better passing by 3, better dribbling by 1, but the Player of the Month has better pace and better defending. Great. Okay. And then, of course, yeah. So, I mean, I would imagine this card is going to be, I wouldn't even want to hazard a guess, actually. The 86 is currently going for 63k. So this is going to be, what, 100,000 coins? Maybe 90, 80 to 100,000? Which is crazy when you consider that this was 23,000 coins. The other card, I mean, let's just have a look at Robert Lewandowski just very briefly, because that headliner right now is 1 million coins. there or thereabouts, and that is going to be the highest rated team of the week. His 93 is... It's mad that his headliner is 1 million coins when his 93 is only 215, suggesting this 94 is probably going to be about, what, 400k max? So for an extra 600,000 coins on top of that, you can get a 95. And then his team of the season is going to come out, and his headliner won't take that into consideration. And all of a sudden, you've got a card that is kind of useless that's going to cost 1 million coins. Crazy stuff. The other one in question, of course, was Human Son. Now, this is going to be the really expensive one. This is going to be the one you want to pack, and in terms of red picks, this is going to be the one you want. So his 90 is currently between... That's a big jump. 720,000 or 976,000. And... Of course, he did have a UCL live card, which is now defunct. But yeah, that card is going to cost, what, 1.5? That's crazy how expensive that card is going to be. It's going to be between 1 and 1.5, depending on your platform. That's mad. But that is the team of the week. A few other cards in there that you might be interested in if you're, you know, like the DePaul of Udinese actually doesn't look like a bad card for an 84, and. Which was the other one that I looked at when I did Team of the Week predictions? Isaac. Again, another 84. Doesn't look too bad. Decent pace. Relatively good dribbling. Good shooting. But apart from that, it's a little bit disappointing. Of course, this is the Team of the Week that they chose it from. And if they used the upgrade path of FIFA 19, we'd have a far better looking Team of the Week. Human Son would be an 88, so scrap that. Use the FIFA 20 upgrade path. Now he's 91. Awesome. Daniele De Rossi isn't in there, is he? That's interesting as hell. Why have they done that then? Why have they done that? So Daniele De Rossi is still in the game. It shouldn't matter that he's playing for Buenos Aires or is it Boca Juniors? It shouldn't matter that he's playing for them. He should still be eligible for the card because Carlos Tevez was given a special card recently. So it doesn't really make an awful lot of sense to me why they've not included him unless they plan to include him in a promo on Friday. But even then, surely just include him and then take him out of packs on Friday. Weird one. Don't really know why he was excluded from that team. But was there anyone else excluded? Ben Arthur obviously was excluded because he's not in the game because EA are useless. And then, of course, De Rossi, I just don't know why he's not been included. Not that anyone would really care, but it's just a little bit weird that he's not been included. Again, if they'd gone with the upgrade path of FIFA 19, you'd be looking at an 89 Sarabia now instead of an 86. You'd be looking at an 84 Phil Jagielka instead of an 81. 86 Dante instead of an 82. Talisca would be 87 instead of 86, is he? Is he 86? He is, yeah. Pau Lopez would be 86 instead of the 85. Hugo Malo would be a big one, 85 instead of 83. That's the big one because where is it? This card here, Hugo Malo 82, that's useless. No one's going to care about that. Not even Celta Vigo fans are going to give two hoots about that card. If he was 85 rated, did I say 85? Yeah, if he was 85 rated, he would have a little bit more about him. You know, his dribbling and passing would be in the 80s, his defending would be mid-80s, his physical would be in the 80s. Unfortunately, that just isn't a desirable card the way it is. I think, realistically, they've missed the boat on it now. If they were ever going to do it, then they would have done it by now. Maybe week one, they would have taken the feedback and the criticisms on board, and then they would have improved it. Unfortunately, they've not done so. Is this a bad team of the week? No, there are actually a few cards in there that I wouldn't mind using myself. And Vardy's irrelevant to me because I have that card already, effectively, but even Talisca and Sarabia would be nice to use. Son is going to be insane. Ilicic and Lewandowski would be nice to pack and use as well. So with that in question, or that in mind, I should say, it's not a terrible team of the week, but then the rest of those cards, the Dantes, the Malos, the Ljajic to a certain extent, although to be fair, I think if you're a Besiktas fan, you won't actually mind that too much. And then, of course, DePaul and Isaac are the only other two cards you realistically care about. It is just a little bit weird and irritating that they're not either hand-picking players to go into these team of the weeks to make them super juiced up to give you a real reason to go into Weekend League or to open packs, or that they're just not using the upgrade path that would benefit us, you know, in terms of packing them, in terms of wanting to use them. There's quite a few cards there that if they use the upgrade path of this FIFA, we'd be talking about usable cards. I mean, Phil Jagielka at 84, that's not going to do anything. That's not going to make him more desirable, but it's a higher rated card. And if you pack it, you can use it in an SBC, whereas now if you pack it, you've got an 81 rated dead 10k inform you don't care about. Even if you're a Sheffield United fan, you are not getting excited about a defender with 54 pace and 70 physical. You're just not. So, in my opinion, it needs to change, because it's so like, well, we've got one good card there, or two good cards, and the rest of it is, yeah. If you're a headliner holder, you've got a couple of decent upgrades there, to be fair, but still. The other team of the week they could have chosen, by the way, was this one. I think the reason they've probably skewed away from this is because Costa is in FUT birthday, and to be fair, that team of the week is definitely worse. I mean, Coutinho's got a ones to watch, sure. Isco would be high rated. Wilfred Zaha would be a nice card, but apart from those, and Lo Celso, I think he's got a ones to watch as well, and he'd be a nice little upgrade. But apart from that, it isn't the best team of the week. But to be honest, I wouldn't be surprised to either see it next week or the week after. This one will be used, in my opinion, because it's got a lot of cards that haven't been used recently, a lot of cards that haven't been included in promos, and a lot of cards that haven't been given Team of the Week cards, and a fair few sort of ones to watches and things as well. So look out for this one. But like I said, I'll be back next week. I'll leave it late again as well. I've been doing it on Tuesday just because there's no rush to get it out, really. People rushing it out on Sunday or whatever. I mean, you could do it now if you wanted to. You could literally sit there and do Team of the Week predictions for next week if you wanted to. But I'll just release it on Tuesday, and we'll have a look at the day after to see how many we got right, if any at all. But let me know what you think of this Team of the Week, the one that we have, the one that will be released at 6 o'clock, in the comments. Any players there that you're interested in? Any weird or obscure players there you're interested in? So if you don't care about the top 4, are you interested in using Sarabia? Did you actually find that Hugo Malo an enticing card? Or Ljajic, for example, who I think would actually be a decent central midfield player, although he is a left mid. So you'd have to position change him. That is irritating. But let me know if you have enjoyed the video in the comment section down below. Hit the like button and subscribe to the channel for new. And until the next time, goodbye.
Football Index. The game changed. Download the app now.